A guy was like,
you've never used
no,
Tiger
I've
Balm.
never used Tiger Balm.
Sorry.
I'll get some.
Tell
Amy
your
will
story.
do it.
That's right.
I was doing contract tech work, and a guy approached me about like website design and stuff, and we set up a meeting, and then he came over to my place. I sat down, and he was like, "Let me tell you about this program I'm in. It's a marketing system," and I was like, "God, pyramid scheme, son of a bitch." Is exactly what it was. And I was like, "You son of a bitch." Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. So, do you do that at your improv? Do you bring him into your pyramid scheme?
Mm-hmm. Just like, who here would like to make more money? That's how I always open it.
Whenever somebody asks me that, I'm always like, nope, I'm real great at being poor.
I feel really uncomfortable making more money.
It makes me upset. I don't want to be part of the proletariat. You know what I miss? That's me. It's over.
But no, I've never tried to sell anything other than classes.
Oh, you should. It's great.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I don't know. I'm getting conflicting reviews now. But when I make more lip balm, if you want, remind me. I know you'll never know when I do it, so I won't tell you, but just let me know.
Great. You gonna send up like a bat signal or something? That's
with just an L for lip balm. You'll know what it means.
Like, there's a weird L in the sky.
Oh,
that's right.
Keith, I need this.
My lips are so chapped. I've waited for weeks.
I got you.
How did you get into lip balm making?
It was a very slow process. Where first I was like, okay, let's rewind a few years.
Okay.
So I used to be putting on deodorant 5-6 times a day. Mm-hmm. I would also shower like twice a day. Just because I was like in that mode of like, if I started to sweat even a little bit, I was like, I have to just shower, and then I have to wash my hair, I have to clean everything.
And this is before you moved to Texas.
Yes, this is before I moved. This is when I was even in like Michigan and for college. I was like just constantly showering, constantly putting on deodorant. My shirts were always getting ruined, and especially if I wore white, it would just have that pit stain on it. But it was like even more disgusting and gross.
Great.
And it was because of the deodorant I was using, because it was also antiperspirant. So then I was like, oh, all right, all that aluminum, it's not good for you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to just switch to a deodorant. And then from there, I was like still using it a lot. And then I started researching what are some other methods. I know people use like baking soda, or they'll use this and that. And so then eventually I started getting into like, oh, I can make natural products on my own. And my lips are always chapped whenever I use Burt's Beeswax. And so why is that? And I researched, and I found out it's like, this may just be like, you know, a conspiracy theory.
They put glass in their lip.
Like little things like that to cut your lips.
Abrasive.
Because that's why like that
Salt.
mentholy feeling. Yeah, just salt. It really dries up your lips. But it does. That's what it's supposed to do. It's designed to like, cut your lips at the micro level, so that whatever ingredients are in there, it feels like it's working. But then you constantly need to apply more because it's exposing it to more elements and it's drying it out more. So then I looked up how to make my own lip balm, and it's surprisingly easy. You just get some beeswax, and then you can be like aloe vera, or you can do even tea. Like I had lavender tea at one point that I experimented with. And you mix that with some like essential oils if you want that smell and flavor in there, and that's pretty much it. And I now throw in shea butter as well because it's really, really good. And I'll also try to like cook in some of that like powder tea. Like I need to buy some of that. I can't even think of what it's called. Matcha. I think matcha tea is like gunpowder tea. It's just a powder.
Does not explode.
No, it does not explode.
Great. Good for your lips.
Yeah, it's very great for your lips. Does not explode.
Explodes on your lips.
That's a conversation for a different time.
Whoa. Whoa.
Speaking of, come see This Is Not the Gay Show.
It sounds like the run's going longer. It's going to be great.
But I'll make it, and it'll yield like 50 of like a regular tube, and it's absolutely incredible how good it feels and how long it lasts. And so then I was like, oh, I can also probably make moisturizer because it's pretty much the exact same ingredients. The difference is I have a hand blender, and I have to just sit there for a while it cools down and eventually turns into more of a like a cream or a thicker substance that's more like lotion and moisturizer. But because it's all natural and there's no preservatives, it's general, you have to like use it really quickly. And then I was like, oh, well, what about toothpaste? And so now I use coconut oil with essential oils and baking soda for my toothpaste. I only use coconut oil with essential oil and baking soda and cornstarch for my deodorant. Pretty much the only thing I don't use that's like a natural ingredient that I make is shampoo, just because my scalp is stupid because I used to wash it twice a day.
Right.
And so now it's hyper dependent on it, and if I go a day without showering and washing it, it's just like grease, and then the ends of my hair are like beautiful still, but
because it takes a while to get
down
your hair.
Get it all the way down.
I was like, grease is, it's actually good.
This is interesting, right? I'm not being really boring right
now.
No.
Good.
Especially because of the Austin audience.
For sure.
People are like, ooh, great, I like it.
Yeah. The place that I found these ingredients on was DIYnatural.com. And it's just super simple and basic ingredients. And I buy all my ingredients from mountainroseherbs.com. And they're based out of Eugene, Oregon. And they send out a thing. They always send like a little booklet with like products, and then a little thing of like, oh, here's the discounted products for the month. And also on the back is a fun little fact about us. And one was that they were committed to like sustainable energy, or like being really green. And giving back to the community and whatnot. And I was just like, this is great and awesome. It's a little bit more expensive because it's all organic and natural, but I feel good buying from them because they're giving back and they're doing all these really good things. Exactly. But that's where I found it, and I make slight adjustments based on what I like and what I want in it, and it's really cool. Yeah. It's really fun too. It's like a little science experiment whenever I do it.
That's fun. I'm trying to be a little bit more natural in that way for myself. Like my brother-in-law makes natural detergent, and he makes it at home. And like apparently the way that he makes so much that like he has 2 boys and a girl, and he still doesn't. He's like, it's way more than we need. It's like, you have 3 children. You'd think you'd have a lot of laundry.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we do, but we still don't need that much. He even dates a woman who's also has 4 kids. He's like,
so
seriously, do you want some? Because we have so much. So he makes a batch, and then he just gives some.
Just like a 10-gallon drum of it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I'm like, you can half your recipe, right? But whatever method that he does, he just ends up with jugs that he gives to like my mother-in-law, to us, to everyone around him. And so it was really great when we were planning on, getting the stuff for the baby. The baby industry is a whole bunch of hoopla where they try to sell you a bunch of bullshit, and they tell you absolutely need X, Y, and Z. And thankfully, I'm in Austin where there's a number of debunkers who are all like, you don't fucking need that shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, great. So when he was like, I'm going to make this all natural detergent, we were like, sweet. And it doesn't have any dyes or anything in it. So it's like, good. The only issue with detergents, because they're like, get the baby kind. And I was like, no, all that is all clear. Like, it's just free and clear of dyes and stuff, which all clear is expensive. If he's going to make one without it and I give it to me for free, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, all you're trying to do is not hurt a baby's
skin. If you need someone else to give some to, I'm
so
more
crazy.
than happy.
Right? And I was like, next time I'll let you know. Because
have you noticed a difference too?
Yeah, because it even like lathers better. You know what I mean? Like, you were like, when you do your laundry, you put the soap in, and then you put everything in, you kind of look at it, and you're like, is there any soap?
Anything in there? Yeah.
What's going on? Is this just moving around in some water? Like, oh, look, I washed all my clothes by moving them quickly in water. Like, I don't think that's how it works. So, yeah, it actually, like, soaps up. And then, like, the rinse matters, as opposed to, like, 30 seconds after you pour it in. It's like, yeah, there's no more suds. Who cares? Don't worry, the water's clean. Air quotes.
Air quotes.
Yeah.
I can't tell that. They can tell the hair flip, though.
Yeah. Air quotes are harder to hear than a hair flip. Yeah, it's very different. But yeah, I mean, and the more like Austin, I'm trying to get the more like natural stuff that I try to get into, like making natural foods, and I like to make my own bread, that kind of stuff. Though, again, I'll let you know when I do that, because I
send out the bee signal.
Well, because yeah,
for bread.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, I thought it was for beeswax. All right, see.
No, L is for lip balm.
Like a bee. Yeah, but I was thinking an actual bee for some reason, not the
You gotta keep up, man.
The tiniest amount of flour yields lots of loaves of bread, and I don't really eat that much bread, but I love making bread. So whenever I do, I'm like, who wants some bread? Because it's going to go bad within like 4 days, so eat it. And if I don't eat it, I just sit there and watch the thing that I made like crumble in sadness, and I'm like, no.
Watch your creation die.
Yeah, it's how it works.
You gotta get those preservatives in there, Amy.
And the thing is, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know.
So you sit there and you stare at it and you're like, someone eat this, please. Why? What's going on? That's the trouble with the natural stuff. You're just going to keep making it.
For sure.
Do you have... Okay, here's a question, because you said you got beeswax. Do you have bees?
No.
Okay. I was wondering if you were like, listen, so I got these bees.
In my closet.
And they're in... I don't know if you live in an apartment or a house. You can have like you can have a backyard with a bees thing. I know a couple people that
That's super
have
cool.
bees.
I just saw a thing where a guy made like a DIY homemade like beehive, and he's like saving bees with it. Yeah. Anyway, I digress. Continue, please. I just wanted to let
No, that's exactly what I was
really?
what I was talking about. What was well, not that guy, but like the idea that you could do that. So that's why I was like, could you?
Just mason jars.
Yeah, that way you can have your own bees, and then this lip balm thing is legit and you have your local honey, saving people from all the allergies.
That's what I want. I want to try it like just without bees present, but just like straight from the hive, honeycomb and honey, and just I can't even imagine how amazing it must be.
Very recently, I realized that the best way to deal with bees is to deal with them as if they're somebody else's dog at a like coffee shop. You're at a coffee shop, you're doing your own thing, somebody else's dog comes over to you, and it's not your job to take care of this dog, but it gets all up in your grill, and you can't be mean, because like everyone's going to think you're an asshole, right? Same with bees. If you try to be an asshole to them, they'll sting you, right? Yeah. So you're like, hey buddy, what's going on? Maybe you should go find your owner. It's not me. Hey, don't put your nose in my crotch. Absolutely not. Hey, who owns this dog? Is that cool? So when you're with bees and they come over to you, as opposed to being like, hey, it's like, hey buddy, why don't you go somewhere else?
Yeah. Get out of my crotch.
They're just always in my crotch, guys. I just have like 75 bees just like straight to the crotch. It's very sweet down there.
That's been the podcast. I'm Patrick.
That would actually be, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, we can wrap it up. I talked about how I have the sweetest crotch in town.
We mentioned improv twice in this.
You know, sometimes it's just about meeting people.
Sometimes you need to talk about
Absolutely.
bees and crotches.
Yeah. Also, we have, the thing about people is they're interesting.
Yes.
And not all of the artists in the world just want to talk about their art, right? Sometimes they want to talk about weird jobs and natural products.
Yeah. Thank you. For once, I finally got to talk about it.
Plus, I really feel like I've heard about the show. This is not the gayest show, and what's that called?
This is not the gayest show you'll ever see.
Yeah. Okay, great. I was afraid I said the wrong thing.
No, you're good.
But is it though?
And
it may or may not be.
Come to see it to find out.
Go back in time for all the viewers.
No, I'm thinking. My thought would be just continue the run. If it keeps selling out, then there's no reason for them to stop that run.
Well, we're going to stay as a group, and we're going to actually write another review.
Oh, cool.
Exactly.
And so we're going to keep going and doing more.
Yes.
And we'll be in Sketchfest
good.
in May. I actually have 3 shows in Sketchfest.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm very cool, and I'm very good at what I do. Hire me. Pay me.
Hey, where
subtle,
speaking
right?
of which, yeah, you're so subtle. As we wrap it up, where if a person wants to take a class with you,
Sure.
how do they take a class? Is there a website or a
Not
building
yet.
they can go to knock on the door 3 times?
Or an
and
alleyway to meet you in to do improv
or
somewhere.
maybe a beeswax area?
They just need to send out the I signal. I don't mind giving out this email. Mr. Mr.Keith, Keith. Horvath, Horvath @gmail. I burped, excuse me. So Mr.Keith.Horvath @gmail.com. people can hit me up if they're interested in classes, or if they want, they need a director. I've directed like almost 4 dozen shows, most of them sketch reviews and solo reviews and musicals. But I do all that. I got my degree in fiction writing as well, so if people are writers and they need a writing coach, I teach sketch writing. I